And welcome to my channel. So, in our last lesson, when we were talking about the trick for mastering table 8, I left you with one question for practice. If it doesn't ring a bell, I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below so that you're all on the same page. So what was the question? Work out this divide by 8. Okay? So anytime you see a question like this, the first thing that should come to your mind is that you need to be conversant with table 8. Okay? And that's not really a problem because we discussed it at length in our previous lesson. Okay? This is what we said about table 8. This is 8 times 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times 7 times 8 times 9 times 10. Okay? That's what we said about table 8. So now that we know table 8, we can easily answer this question. Okay. So how many times does 48 go into 8? Where is 48 in our table here? 48 is here, okay? So we can see that 48 goes into, 6. Okay, so anyway. So we'll write a 6 here because as we've seen, 6 times 8 is 48. Are we together? 48, 8 minus 8 is 0, and 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, the next step will be to drop the 9. Okay, where does 9 fall in table 8? 9 is in between 8 and 16. And because 8 is less than 9, we will use 8. Okay, so subtracting becomes easy. So I will write a 1 here because as you've seen, 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, 9 minus 8 is 1. Okay, the final step will be to drop the 6. Where does 16 fall in table 8? 16 is here. So we'll write a 2 because as you see in 2 times 8 is 16. Okay, and 6 minus 6 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So that means that the answer to that question is 612. Are we together? That was quite easy, right? Okay, so today, in this video, I'd like us to learn some more tricks for mastering the multiplication tables. So far, we've already gone through the tricks for mastering tables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so I'll leave the links in the description box below so that I don't leave anyone behind. Okay, so today, I'll show you 3 tricks for mastering table 9. Today I'll show you 3 tricks for mastering table 9. So after learning the 3 tricks, I'll let you choose the trick that's easiest for you, okay? So the first trick I'd like to show you is here we won't be drawing any of those tables that we've been drawing. But I believe you still remember the place value of different numbers. If it doesn't ring a bell, I'll leave the link to that lesson on the description box below, okay? So here, unlike what we've been doing, we start by dealing with the digits in the 10th place, okay? And then we go to the digits in the ones place. Are you together? Yes, and this trick will really help you. Like when someone asks you what is 9 times 9, after learning this particular trick, you won't stutter. Okay, so let's get right into it. So what is 9 times 1? So to answer this question, as I said earlier, we first start by dealing with the digit in the tens place as we go to the digit in the ones place. Are we together? So, for the tens place, we start by looking at the digit before 1 in the number line, okay? So, what digit comes before 1 in the number line? Yes, 0, okay? So, that's what we write for the digit in the tens place. Are we together? Okay. So what do we write for the digit in the ones place? We subtract 9 because we are doing table 9 with the digit that just before 1, which is 0, okay? So what is 9 minus 0? 9 minus 0 is 9, right? And so that's what you'll write for the digit in the tens place, okay? So now we can conclude that 9 times 1 is 9. Are we together? Let's continue with our multiplication table. So what is 9 times 2? We apply the same method, okay? We start by dealing with the digits in the tens place before we go to the digits in the ones place. Are we together? Okay, so now, what do we write for the digit in the tens place? We write the digit that's just before 2 in the number line, okay? So what digit comes before 2? 1, exactly. So that's what we'll write for the tens place. We'll write 1 here. Are we together? Yes. So to know what we need to write for the digits in the ones place, we subtract the number that comes just before 2, which is 1, from 9. Are we together? So what is 9 minus 1? 9 minus 1 is 8. Exactly. So that's what we write here. So here we'll write 8. Are we together? Okay. So let's continue. What is 9 times 3? What's the number that comes just before 3 in the number line? 2, right? Yes. So we write that 2 in the tens place. Are we together? So what do we write on the ones place? We subtract 2 from 9, which is, what is 9 minus 2? 9 minus 2 is 7. So that's what we'll write in the ones place. So 9 times 3 is 27. Are we now getting the drill? Let's continue. 9 times 4 is, so the number that's just before 4 is 3. Okay, so we write our 3 here. Okay, what is 9 minus 3? 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay, so that means that 9 times 4 is 36. Okay, moving on swiftly. What is 9 times 5? I'll pause the video and try and figure it out by yourself. Yeah, I believe you've tried. So, what's the number that comes before 5? What's the number that comes before 5? 4, exactly, okay? So, you write a 4 here. What is 9 minus 5? 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 5 is? Sorry, 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. So that means we'll write a 5 there, okay? Okay, so that means that 9 times 5 is 45. So what is 9 times 6? What's the number that comes before 6 in the number line? The number that comes before 6 is 5. So we'll write as 5 here. 9 minus 5 is 4. Are we together? What's the number that comes before 7 in the number line? 6. So we'll write as 6 here. 9 minus 6 is 3. So 9 times 7 is 63, okay? What's the number that comes before 8 in the number line? 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. Are we getting it? Yes. So what's the number that comes before 9 in the number line? 8, right? 9 minus 8 is 1, okay? What's the number that comes before 10 in the number line? 9, right? What is 9 minus 9? 0. So that means we'll write a 0 here. Are we together? And that's it. And just like that, you have your table, okay? And that's it for the first trick. That was quite easy, right? So let's now look at the second trick. The second trick is another very easy one. The second trick is very, very, very easy. Yeah. So for the second trick, we simply start by writing our mathematical table like this, just like I've done here. And then for the numbers in the ones place, we write the numbers from 9 to 0 in descending order. Okay, descending order just means from the largest to the smallest. Are we together? So let's write 9 to 0 in descending order. So we have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay? So you've written 9 to 0 in descending order. Okay, so what do we write for the numbers in the tens place? So for the tens place, we write all the numbers from 0 to 9 in ascending order. Ascending order just means from the smallest to the largest. Okay, so let's write the numbers in ascending order. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yes, and just like that, we have our table 9. Are we together? Okay, so I promised to show you 3 tricks. So what's the third trick? The third trick is mostly... Okay, let me show you the third trick. The third trick is mostly about, for lack of a better word, I'll say reversing numbers. Okay? Okay, let me show you what I mean. So, of course, we start by writing out our multiplication table, just like I've done here. So, in this trick, you'll need to know some multiplication tables in order to answer the other multiplication tables, okay? Okay, so we know that 9 times 1 is right. We know that 9 times 1 is 9, right? So 9 times 1 is 0, 9. Okay, so that's the first number in the multiplication table. So we'll write a 0, 9 over here. Are we together? Okay, so what's the last number of our multiplication table? Our last number will now be the opposite of our first number, okay? So because we've said that 9 times 1 is 0, 9, that therefore means that 9 times 10 will be the opposite, the reverse, okay? So 9 times 10 will be 90. Are we together? Exactly. Okay, so let's continue, shall we? So we also know that 9 times 2, we know that 9 times 2 is 18, okay? And that's the second number of the multiplication table. Are you together? So that means that the second last number, that is 9 times 9, will be the reverse, will be the opposite, will be the opposite of 9 times 2, okay? So 9 times 9 will be the reverse of 18. So what is the opposite of 18? The opposite of 18 is 81. Are we together? Okay. So, and we also know that 9 times 3 is 27. Okay? So that means that 9 times 8 will be the opposite of 9 times 3. Okay, so if 9 times 3 is 27, that therefore means that 9 times 8 will be 72, because 72 is the opposite of 27. Are we together? Are you now starting to get the drill? Okay, so 9 times 4 we know is 36. We know that 9 times 4 is 36. Are we together? So that therefore means that 9 times 7 will be the opposite, or the reverse will be the opposite of 9 times 4. Okay, so the opposite or the reverse of 36 is 63. So you'll write our 63 over there. Are we following? Okay. So that means that if we know that if we already know that 9 times 5 is 45, that means that we automatically know that 9 times 6 is the opposite of, or rather the reverse of 9 times 5. So the opposite of 9 times 5 is 45, is 54, okay? So we'll write a 54 over there, okay? And just like that, we have our table 9. Are we together? So now that I've shown you the 3 different tricks, I'll let you choose the one that's easiest for you. That's basically it for table 9. So as usual, I'll leave you with one question for practice. Where is that question? Just a minute. Yes, here's the question. So work out this, divide by 9. Okay? That's the question that I want to leave you with. Yeah, you know the drill. Practice makes perfect. Practice, practice, practice until it becomes second nature. Okay? If you enjoyed the lesson, feel free to like, share, because sharing is caring, and subscribe so that you don't miss anytime I upload a new video. Subscribing is free. Yay! See you in 2 weeks' time. Same place, same time. Bye!